welcome to Discussions with DT Parker. How was your weekend? Knicks are the champions. Whoop, 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 whoop. The champs are here. Yes. Let's go, New York. Go, New York. Go. Okay. I had to get on here and do that. Such a huge, hey, Tony. Huge New York fan ever since Patrick Ewing, John Starks, Charles Oakley, some of the Knick greats, some of the legends. So to see after 53 years, because I never thought in my lifetime I would ever see them get a ring. But here we are. Stranger things have happened. Means whatever you got, put your mind to it, because the skies are the limit. Things can happen. It took the Knicks 53 years, but damn it, they got it done. So, congratulations to the Knicks. And I'm so jealous. I wish I was in New York right now. I wish I was in New York for the festivities. Because I heard all of New York City has been a litty situation. The parade on Thursday, oh my goodness. So, historic moment. Anyway, welcome, Discussions with DD Parker. We are active on Twitch. We are active, of course, on IG. And thank you to my folks that run it back on YouTube. If you have not already done so, please make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. Thank you very much. All right. We got to talk about this backlash that this UFC fighter. I am not familiar with him. You may be more familiar with him than I am. But he's catching some smoke after some comments he made about Michelle Obama. Josh Hokit. What a name. Hokit. Anyway, he called Michelle Obama a man on the mic after winning a UFC Freedom 250 fight. I believe I have some audio. What up, Chev? Welcome. Discussions with DD Parker. We're talking about this UFC fighter, Josh Hokit. I'm sorry. Who is now facing backlash after he called Michelle Obama a man. Take a listen to this disgust.
Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
I'm just saying, what are your thoughts on, after hearing the audio? What are your thoughts on him calling her a man? And again, I don't know why this keeps coming up. I didn't even know people out here were even referencing to Michelle Obama looking like a man until this whole thing with Chili from TLC came out, when she happened to like a post about Michelle Obama being a man. So I don't know. These other races are just way too comfortable with the disrespect of black women. And it continues. What up, mama? I don't know if you saw this story. And new folks, welcome to Discussions with DD Parker. I don't know if you saw this story of this UFC fighter, Josh Hokit, basically called Michelle Obama a man, the former first lady. He called her, said it loud and proud, after winning some sort of UFC fight, freedom fight, I guess, for that man in the White House and his birthday. But I'll play this audio, and then you can hear it for the ignorance for yourself. Let's see. Might have to, because there's another woman talking, and I don't really care about her opinion, so I'm just trying to.
Obama is a man.
Okay, because this lady, she finna say something. And she's a YT lady, but no disrespect. I don't want to hear anything from her right now.
Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
Alright, so again, I'm not even going to ask, because I feel like it's very much a dumb question on why these other races of men feel so comfortable with the disrespect of black women. But then if I do that, then I got to point the finger at our men, because our men allow it. And our men are very our men are very loud and vocal when it comes to the disrespect of black women. You know what I'm saying? Been saying this. No other race of men, only when it comes to black women, are this loud and vocal when it comes to the disrespect. it seems when it comes for our race of women, it's loud, it's very vocal when it comes to other races. But for their women, they don't have none of that smoke. But again, like I said, I'm not even going to ask the question because I don't want to put the blame on our men, but I'm just saying, you know, if they see our men doing it, then they feel like, well, they're doing it, so they don't even respect their black women, so why should we? But the former first lady, though, that's just OD. Like, Michelle and Barack have been out the White House for how long now? Somebody said Barack ain't been president in 3 terms, yet they still disrespecting him and his wife. He really broke the races in this country. He was their worst nightmare. Not only for them, though, because you got some of our own folks that didn't even like, I won't say they didn't like Michelle. Because, again, like I said, I did not know this was even a thing until, like I said, until Chili. Mama said, I've heard black men say she was a man. Really? Hey, DJ Kitry. Welcome to Discussions with Dee Barker. Really? I have never, until it came when we talked about it on, of course, this podcast, I'd never heard of anybody calling Michelle Obama a man. New folks, welcome to Discussions with Dee Barker. We're talking about the UFC fighter, Josh. I believe his name is Hokit. What a name. Sir, with that last name, you shouldn't be talking about nobody. Hokit. I know he got teased as a kid anyway. But he's catching some backlash after calling Michelle Obama a man. And yes, he did call her a man. I have the audio. I'll play it in a second. Apparently, there was some sort of UFC Freedom 250 fight that took place because the president's birthday was yesterday. And the only reason I know that because I was on the air yesterday and I called out the Geminis and saw that it was his 80th birthday. I said, oh, wow. Mama said they say Serena Williams was a man too. I mean, I've heard that. I'm not even going to hold you when it comes to that. I definitely heard men say that Serena looks like a man. But not Michelle. I'm trying to figure out where she gives man vibes at. Nothing to me about Michelle gives off like, oh yeah. You know, I see when they say, I hate to say it, Serena, no disrespect, but it's probably just because she's muscular. And I like Serena, let me be quiet. Anyway, and then when they were saying Wendy Williams, I didn't see the Wendy. I'm not going to hold you. I didn't see the Wendy either. But yeah, they have. And like I said, I'm not even going to ask the question on why, because I know the answer to why. It's crazy. And my mom, she probably remembers this. When we took a trip, I believe it was for her birthday. We were in the Bahamas, and my younger brother had ended up going. And we were debating in the cab. And he was saying that how other nationalities of men, races of men, do not respect black women. But again, and my argument to him was the reason why is because black men have not checked it. It has gone unchecked from the black men when other races of men make comments. So to me, like when somebody makes a comment like this about Michelle Obama, there should be somebody, some strong black man to step in and be like, hey now, you are not going to talk about one of ours like that. I'm just saying, that's what, in a perfect world, if this world were mine, I'm just saying. Mama said Michelle is a beautiful woman. That's what, I never got man vibes from her. And why is it always, it seems like the chocolate dark-skinned sisters get labeled the man. You feel what I'm saying? Get labeled the man, get the label man thing. Mama said our facial features are strong, not like YT women. Hello, I am Griff Wife 94. Welcome to Discussions. We've been chatting about this UFC fighter, Josh Hokit, who called Michelle Obama a man on the mic after winning his UFC Freedom 250 fight. So, chatting about that, I understand we got strong facial features, okay? But not to that magnitude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hold you. There are some women that look manly, but Michelle Obama, to me, is not one of them women. I'm just saying. She not. But let me play this audio for the new folks who have not heard it yet. I wish I just had the audio. Hey, slow stick, how are you? Welcome to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. We're talking about UFC fighter Josh Hokit facing some backlash after he called Michelle Obama a man. Hold on, let me see. Let me get this real quick because I got to do it quick, fast, and a hurry.
Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
And to do this publicly, though, in front of people, I don't know how many people watch this, because I'm not even going to hold you. Today's my first time. What up, Superbad? Today's my first time even seeing this story. And I don't even know who this UFC fighter is. New folks, welcome to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. We are chatting about this UFC fighter, Josh Hokit. Are you familiar with him? Did you see the story? He's facing some backlash after calling Michelle Obama, former First Lady, our former First Lady, a man. When is enough going to be enough? And again, like I said, I'm not even going to ask the question like, why do other races of men feel so comfortable with the disrespect of black women and men? I don't want to play the blame game, but I kind of find some of you are at fault for it because, yes, I believe in holding each female males accountable, but it's just so, when it comes to us, it seems like it's just so loud, and then they feel like, well, their men don't respect them, so if their men don't respect them, why should we have any respect? Which is why they feel so kiki and keen to just publicly call and say disrespectful things to black women. I believe if there was a black man that came to the forefront and checked this behavior, none of this would be going on. But it's me, and that's why it's called Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. What are y'all thoughts? What are y'all thinking? How y'all feeling? Super Pat said Michelle would beat his butt. You think so, Super Pat? What up, FA? I don't know about Michelle. Maybe Barack might try to, but Barack is small framed. And he is a UFC fighter. Again, I've never heard of him before. For all those that watch UFC, maybe you've heard of him. Josh Hokit. Have you heard of
Yo.
UFC fighter Josh Hokit?
That a guy?
His name is Josh Hokit. What up, got you? What up, Seldom? Hokit. UFC
Right.
fighter.
Yeah, I seen the clip.
Okay. Well, you've seen the clip. He called out Michelle Obama. New folks, welcome. Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. We're chatting about UFC fighter getting backlash for calling Michelle Obama, former First Lady, a man on the mic after winning a UFC Freedom 250 fight over the weekend. I guess they were having something for that man's birthday because he turned 80 over the weekend. But FA, what do you think about this disrespect? You said you heard the clip, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
No, I mean, to me, it's just all a game. What I don't understand is the infatuation of they keep trying to say she a man. I'm like trying to figure out what is the point of this. I never actually heard them out though. Like I never actually, whether it's ridiculous or not, I never listened to them and act to figure out where did this whole "she's a man"
That's what
came
I
from.
was trying to figure
You know
out.
what I'm saying? I
Cause
thought it was
I
like a joke, but then they just they keep saying it.
Okay, because I never heard it. Mama said she's heard other men say it.
Yeah, for
She said her
sure.
cousin said it to her, and she's another woman, a black woman at that. But I didn't hear about this until when Chile happened. Remember we talked about it? She liked the post that referenced
Yeah,
that Michelle Obama was a man.
right.
Um, but I feel like this is a dumb question, and I feel like we talk about this a lot, but why do you feel like it's okay? Do other races of men feel like it's okay to disrespect black women?
Yeah, I just think that you look at it that way. I think everybody disrespect everybody.
I
You know what
don't
I
see
mean?
other races disrespecting other races, their
White
races.
women?
But I don't hear them publicly bashing white women.
Who is they? Other
White
races?
men, white men, yes.
I thought you said other races bashing other races. You talking about white people bashing
Well, that's
other
what I said.
races?
I don't hear them bashing their women, but they feel comfortable enough crossing over to our side and bashing our women.
No, I think they bash their own women too. I don't think.
I've never.
I think we hear it more because it's our women. But I think they talk. I mean, listen, they talk. They used to talk horrific about Hillary Clinton and all kind of people, whether it's true or not. They if they don't like you, they talk about you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily think it's like a black white thing. Listen, there's always gonna be racial undertones when it comes to white people and black people, right? Like because it's just what it is. So it's not. I'm not saying that when white people say stuff about black people, it's not gonna. It may not have some racial undertones, but in this political world y'all talking about, man, they talking bad about all of them. Nancy Pelosi and all them white, they talk bad about all them white folks, them white
Okay,
women. I
but
just think it sting harder when we hear it talked about our women.
Mama said I don't hear black men bashing white women, and then I got your comments.
Yeah, they do. You listen to rap music,
Super Pat said we talk about white women's wrinkles and flat asses. You know what?
right? And Becky's, we got whole songs about Becky's giving us head. They
Got
got like
you.
whole.
Got you opening. He said never heard of this clown. Mama said someone said Melania looks like Bruce Jenner. You know what? I'm not messing with y'all today. Got you opening. He said why they keep talking about the Obamas anyway, right? They ain't been in term for like 3 terms. Like why are we
Yeah,
talking
I
all
have
that?
no idea. I don't. I don't know why they have such an obsession with the Obamas and still because they not even like, and they low key they gone doing well. Not Michelle. Michelle been doing like a lot of, but Michelle put herself out there too, and that kind of come with it. Not saying that is
How
right.
do
Not
you say
saying
she put
that.
her? How do you feel like she
Man,
put?
like she been doing, they she been promoting. Did she have like a whole like
Oh
book
well, she has a
tour and
podcast.
a whole
Yeah,
bunch of
she has a
podcast
yeah
stuff,
she has
and
a podcast
she was
with her
going
brother.
on TV shows.
Yeah, she has a
Yeah,
podcast.
so that's gonna that come with it.
Chef
Um,
said she can't hear. Can anybody else cannot hear before we keep going?
oh
Because I'm
wow,
not sure why she doesn't have sound. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear, because me and Epic can hear one another, so that's weird.
right,
Hopefully, it's not doing what it was doing before.
yeah,
Um,
please.
Mama said, hold on, let's see. Got you opening said I have heard him call her Michael and then quickly say Michelle. Okay, thank you, Chef. She said it's back. We're good, Fa.
Okay,
Um, Fa. And again, I don't want this to go to pointing the fingers of how we like to go back and forth. But
right, sure,
had I feel like had maybe a man in the black community maybe checked
right,
other races,
right.
they might not feel so comfortable with disrespecting black women.
I mean, I would agree. I would agree. I just think that the respect has been lost in our community. Like the black women consistently just show that they don't care and need and think very little of black men. I just seen this little video of them like some of just the ridiculous things I constantly hear. They was talking about how majority of black men are on the DL. Black men are it's just a bunch. I just hear a bunch of like stuff. Black men are broke. That we're doing so much
Where
better
do
than
you see
them.
this at?
No, it's this whole. I don't know if you. I just seen it literally 2 seconds before I got on. I'm scrolling. What do you call it
Okay.
when you just whatever? And
Mhm.
they was somebody named a DL Whisperer
Oh
or
yeah,
something like that. And
yeah.
he got like a whole, all the podcasts are talking about how he was talking about like if a nigga played basketball the majority of his life, or it's a bunch of women saying yeah, and if he black, it's a good chance that he might have been with a man at one point in his life. I'm just like the levels of just like disrespect that we constantly get from our women, and they think so little of us. The black men that don't have a lot of money, they're like worthless. They are like worthless to our women. You know what I mean? And they're like, what am I gonna do with a broke man? So what I'm saying that on that to say is, I think honestly, black men are starting to really no, I already know they're starting to see like women don't really give a fuck about us. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not 6 foot tall, or if I don't make a lot of money, they really think like scamming ass niggas. It's every song is promoting like a nigga got to be able to have somebody spend some money on me. Everything is I'm not taking you on no coffee date if you can't afford it, brokey. It's like constant, just like degrading us. And I always go back to this Kevin Samuels clip where the woman says she don't have to smile. He was like, she got really offended when a man told her to smile. Like, he's like, you should smile or something like that. And he was like, I don't owe men shit, men nothing. And I think that's what really lost in our community. Black women, you do owe black men stuff, whether you know them or not. And it's vice versa. Black men owe black women stuff. Like, so let me give you just basics. Like, so when
Hold
we
on,
see a
FA, before you get into that, because we do got some new folks, and I want to tell them what we're talking about, because they probably like, what the
okay.
hell we talking about? New folks, welcome to Discussions with DT Parker. We are chatting about, are you familiar with UFC fighter Josh Hokit? Well, he called Michelle Obama a man. Take a listen. Oh, why? Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America? All right. So yeah, he called her a man, and then I asked FA some questions like, why do other races of men feel so comfortable with disrespecting Black women? I feel like we've already had this conversation before, and then I expressed to you, FA, like, I feel like they are comfortable because it has gone unchecked by our Black men. And then you were
All right.
talking about some stuff that you saw on the internet in reference
Just
to Black women
mhm.
bashing Black men.
And just the overall, just the outlook, not just specific events, but just this overall energy of how black men mostly understand that they know that black women look at them as worthless in a lot of ways. If they're not 6 feet tall, if they don't make a certain amount of money, they're brokey, they're this, they're that. It's like getting to know somebody requires you to pay for their time. I got to pay for childcare and you to get your nails done, just to go out and take you on a date. Like the ridiculousness of just our women and expectations of our men in this generation. It really is speaking to the men to show them how little they really think of you if you're not buying or doing something for them. And I'm saying the reason why I believe that black men may not have been speaking up is because they starting to see like these women don't even really care. I'm telling you, I think this is the energy of black men. This is like that they're thinking like they don't really care about it. The average black man don't really stand a chance. He really don't stand a chance. He's constantly told he's worthless if he ain't got no money. I even hear fat, ugly women or like women that's not that attractive. Like, yeah, if he ain't got no money, what I'm gonna do with him? I'm like, what? You know what I mean? I just hear I just constantly hear it. So I believe that black men are like, well, fuck it. I was giving you in the Kevin Samuels example, and I was saying it's the essence is black women do owe black men stuff, and black men do owe black women stuff. So like a stranger, a woman I don't know, if I see a black woman walking through the door, I'm gonna open the door for her. That's something I owe a black woman. If I see a black woman on a bus or something like that, and she don't have a seat, I'm gonna stand up. That's something I owe black women. See what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If I see black women being harmed by somebody, it was a time that we would interject. You see what I'm saying? To stop that harm. That's because we know we owe black women stuff. Black women feel like they owe us nothing. Yes, no, you owe us to be polite. You're supposed to smile. You're supposed to be pleasant to strangers, to black strangers. Men, whether you're interested or not, you're supposed to be pleasant to them. You don't walk around talking about, don't tell me to smile. I don't owe you nothing. Well, guess what? We don't owe you nothing then. You see what I'm saying? Well, we don't owe you nothing then. You're a lone soldier. Deal with it. See what I'm
So
saying?
that's
And
why
that's
you're saying black men haven't come to the defense of black women when it comes to the disrespect.
I believe that I do believe black men come to the defense of black women. I'm saying I believe that you're starting to see a decline in
Okay.
it. You know what I mean? Because we're starting to see that our black women, the only kind of modern day women especially, only kind of value black men that can do something for them, and they don't think they owe nobody nothing. It's like, no, you're supposed to be pleasant to men. You're supposed to be that way. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to smile. You're supposed to say thank you. You're supposed to be kind. You're not supposed to be like, who you talking to? Why are you talking to me? That's rude and nastiness. That is that is our women. I'm to be honest. I mean, not all, obviously, but I'm just saying that is like this undertone. I just see it. I really feel bad for the average man. I would hate it. I would hate if I was like 5'8". I really would. I really would. I feel bad. I see it. They are, but I see why they're going to other races, especially the Latino community, because they haven't converted over yet. Like you could make $60,000
Yeah.
or $40,000 or whatever, and that Latino woman will treat you like a king. She gonna love you, and she gonna be happy with Payless shoes or like whatever, like low level $40, $50 shoes that you can afford. Our black women are just they so you act like all black people are rich because like $40 shoes they would like scarf at that shit. Like, what
Mm.
do you buy me? And that's all I can afford. But go ahead.
Mama said Trump hates Obama because people liked him better. Jealousy is a B. Mama said they was ready to sue the comedian for acting white, Drewski. And Super Pat said always YT boy, who is the most homophobic, who is a closet G man, gay man. What up, Pecan Brown? What up, Super Pat said LOL. New folks, welcome to Discussions with Didi Parker. We've been chatting about this UFC fighter, Josh Hokit, who
Oh.
called Michelle Obama a man. Take a listen.
And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
All right, Clinton, welcome to the chat.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all?
Okay, well, what are your thoughts? How you feeling about this one today?
Um, yeah, I mean, what he said was wild. Like, I think that's been like a narrative for like a long time. Is that
Yeah.
Michelle Obama's a man, whatever. Like, I think I don't think like as far as what you were saying is about why do people feel comfortable disrespect. I think that dude probably feels just as comfortable disrespecting a white woman
Mhm.
too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure he didn't probably disrespected white chicks at the bar or, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I don't think it's that deep as far as that. And then, like, sometimes I'm like, man, how is everything always our fault? Like, black men, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, God
Well,
damn,
Yeah, it
I
like,
always fall
now
mean,
it's
back.
because
like, so
Clean, y'all want to be the leader. So, as the leader, is that not the leader's
No, we don't want to
responsibility?
be. We are.
no.
I mean,
No,
you
we're
are,
not
right?
wanting it.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, we don't want to
No, no,
be.
no. Some of you want to be leaders, and some of you aren't leaders. Let's be
Well,
very
that's no,
clear.
that's true. No, that's true.
Here.
That's true. That's true.
So that's why you guys get the smoke because
But defaultly, we're leaders. But we lead our own homes, not baby mothers. And what I mean by that is,
yeah,
you lead
yeah.
your
We that
own
don't
woman.
mean you.
You're not leading
Yeah, that don't
every
mean.
person in the street. Like, you know what I mean?
well,
Yeah,
no.
like
But you asked why do you guys get the smoke? It's because you guys are the leaders. So
No, you know
as
why
I
the
we
don't
get the
think
leader,
that's
smoke?
why. I don't think that's why we get the blame. I think we get the blame because y'all don't want to be accountable for nothing, and so it's got to be our fault, right? It's nothing's y'all fault. Like nothing. Th-
A lot of unprotected women out here. And why are they unprotected?
It's
Because they
their
got no
fault.
man. Yeah, 'cause they got no
It,
man.
they unprotected because they unprotected because they unbewithable. You know what I'm
Yeah, you
saying?
ain't lying,
Like,
boy.
But
like
it's
it's
one.
a lot of chick. It's like you said like we supposed to be the leaders. Y'all don't want us to be the leaders.
Okay, but you can't.
Yeah, nah.
We can't
Y'all
keep
don't
putting
want us
this
to be the
back,
leaders.
blaming one. The question is, why do these other races find it so? Why are they so comfortable
You
with
know
disrespecting
why?
black women?
Because they see, you know why? Because they see the little respect that black women have for their own men. You see
Or
what I'm
maybe
saying?
they see the
See,
little
no,
respect
they can
that,
see it too.
That
or
could be
maybe
it.
they
That
see the little respect that black men have for black women.
I don't. Where
no,
do
that's
black men
not.
have? Where, let me. I'm just asking you.
Let me
Outside of
ask you
like
guys
rap
this.
music and
Let me ask
stuff,
you this because I don't see them calling black men out. I see them coming for black women. Or like not y'all, it's us
our
guys.
representation, because the representation of us in just like a generic global view, in a nationwide view, is not good. The city girls, Cardi B, like the black representation of us, just generally black women, is not a good one. The general
Yeah.
perception is black women are ratchet, they loud, they get blue,
They're
neon blue
ghetto,
hair,
they're
they got
angry.
long nails, they're angry, and that's what is constantly being. What's going on, bro? That's what's constantly being. Let me get that for you, constantly being projected out and being seen and popularized. So you got to know, if you a lot of different races don't live around black people. So if this is what they see all the time, then they get on the internet and they say, "F these niggas ain't got no money. We ain't doing nothing with these niggas. They worthless." You see what I'm saying? Like you constantly see this. Yes, that's gonna feed into their idea of what they think of our women. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't
But
see their women doing that. And their
FA,
women are just as broke. Their men are just as broke. A lot of the men are just as broke, but they don't hear their women condemning them like that.
I hear what you're saying though. It's one thing for us to hold each other accountable. It's another thing for another race to just blatantly be disrespectful, and no one male wise from the
Yeah, but
black
we.
says anything or checks them about it.
Well, I don't think we're in a position. Honestly, I'm being honest right now. I think that the black relations are so fractured between us right now that you're not going to see a lot of black men stepping out there in protection of black women just in general.
Okay.
I'm being honest. I think it's everything is out of alignment. You know what I mean? It's just out of alignment, and you gotta. This is why you do. Whether I don't like it or I don't like it personally, but this is where you see an explosion of black men starting to date outside their race.
Well, you will get into that.
You know
What
what
do
I'm
they
saying?
call it? Passport boys?
Yeah, passport bros.
Yeah.
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 Um, and you're saying it's because okay, so they're going outside their race because what?
Well, I mean, a lot of dudes is going outside of their race because it's like it's the general attitude and it's the I think a lot of dudes seen or appreciated from their own women. That you do, I don't really think it's as deep as race. I really don't. Like I said, that dude is just as soon to slap a white chick at the bar too. Like it's
So why
not
would he call
a
Michelle
situ-
Obama a man though? Like why would you why
I
would you
think that
do
was
that?
a publicity
I
stunt,
mean, a bunch
honestly.
of people have done that. I've seen black people do that. I've
Oh well
seen,
yeah, I
I've
hear
seen black comedians do
Yeah,
that. Like, it's not. That's why I say, like
I get behind you, bro.
we base all this
No,
stuff
you good.
down to race, and I think sometimes it like
You so good.
we so quick to go there
Thanks.
that it turns people off from like trying to include us and shit because they feel like, oh, here we go. This dude just said Michelle Obama feel like a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't, I mean, it's
but
not
she was
right.
our we gotta put some respect on that though, clean clean. She was the former first lady, whether you like Barack Obama or not, she still was the former first lady, the
I
first
agree.
black lady.
I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, for the last 10 years, politics have been like wrestling. It's like WWE
Yeah,
now. You know
yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying?
been bad.
Like, cause I mean, look at how people talk about Trump. You know what I'm saying? Look at how
Yeah.
people talk about Ted Cruz. Look at how people talk about Chris Christie, or you know what I'm saying? Like it's wrestling now. Like everybody can get roasted at this point. I don't think it's
like so
on
deep
some
to
black
where it's
stuff.
like
Yeah,
this guy's just disrespecting black women. Like I really don't, like I said, this dude will slap a white chick at a bar. He will probably disrespect a Mexican chick, or
and
like
I
I
want
think
y'all
it's
to know
just
this.
he's just a disrespectful dude. Like, you
And
know what I
on top of
mean?
that, disrespecting a one black woman is not now disrespecting all black women. We got to get that out of our head
Yeah,
too.
but you see because what did we talk about last week? What did you call those jobs? That first lady job was a what did you call it last week?
Honorable,
A
honorable,
honorable
honorable.
position,
No, it is. It is.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
for
But
him
she's
to
not. That's
disrespect
not her
somebody,
job.
huh?
She's not the standing first lady anymore.
She was though,
Yeah.
and
No, it
all of
it
the
would
first
been it
ladies.
would have been one thing if she was still active. They talk about Melania Trump too. I mean, come on,
They
y'all.
talk about Hillary Clinton like a motherfucker.
I
Like
just said
Hillary,
that earlier.
yeah,
They talk
Hillary
about her
Clinton is
like a
probably
dog.
the most roasted on first lady of all time.
But it's fine when that because they could do it. But I just feel like for us, when it comes to the disrespect, it's loud from them,
I
and they
think we
don't.
loud. I
Is
think we loud.
we
I ain't gonna lie.
loud? Yeah, we
I
loud.
think that we make it so.
Epe. Uh-huh.
I
Uh-uh.
think we get.
Okay,
Oh,
there
you
you go.
can't hear me no more.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I think we get a world. This is not a matter of right or wrong. You know what I mean? I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you, DD. What I'm saying is, I think we get a world so much ammunition. It's so funny that we act kind of crazy and we loud and we boisterous and we, and then we be like, yeah, but don't talk to me like that. You be like, I be like, what you expect? They gonna treat you like that because that's kind of how you carry yourself. Not necessarily Michelle, and not
Yeah,
necessarily this particular situation either. You know what I'm saying? Like Michelle is one of the more elegant black women that we
right.
have. I'm not arguing that at all. I believe the motivation behind why he said what he said was a publicity stunt to maybe bring more attention to the UFC, or this was obviously during the Donald Trump's birthday thing and maybe some level of connection to him being Republican and dissing the Democrats or whatever the case may be. But I don't look at it like a whole white against black women type of thing. I don't look at it that way. I look at this more like some politics stuff. This is like
Okay.
politics stuff. This is like Donald Trump when he did the little Lion King.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Skit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
and then too, I look at it like if like even going back to the Kevin Hart roast, right? Like I think people gotta understand that as times go forward and as we do become, like the past becomes further in the past and things do integrate more, black people are gonna get jokes too. We gotta start getting used to that shit. Just like how we'll have a whole stand-up hour about them badass white kids at the mall or
yeah.
white people smell like wet dog or whatever. Like the days of us being able to talk about them, but them not being able to talk about us is starting to kind of come to an end. I think now everybody can get it. It's starting to become that.
All
And
right. That's kind of
you
true.
know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have to get used to it and not cry race every single time it happens
I mean, they do
because
it though too. Cause look at Erica Kirk. She got mad at Drewski when he did that whole skit, thinking it was about her. So we're not the
yeah,
only one that do it.
exactly. And I mean, but
Yeah.
anybody you do a skit on, like a lot of
No,
times
I'm
they
saying it
get
was just as
offended,
wrong when she
whatever.
did it.
Which you mean
Yeah,
Drewski was just as wrong when he?
No, Melina, whatever her name is, Kurt, she was just as wrong to
Oh,
assume that she
we're
can't be
talking.
joked on.
Okay.
yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like, no, everybody can get it. You know what I'm
These are
saying?
these stereotypes are real, just like Drewski did
Nah, it's
the
a
ble-
line. There
the
is a
bleach
line.
the
There is a
bleach
line.
blonde the bleach blonde white chick that's at Starbucks every day and
Mm,
doing jazz,
right.
aerobic. Like that's a real stereotype. Like whether you black
Yeah.
or white, it's a real stereotype to be able to make fun of. Like
That's
so,
why I said, DD, I think it sting a little different because you are black. You know what I'm saying? See, it's funny when you see them mimic them with the
Yeah.
Starbucks thing, like my man just said. It's just funny. But when it's been done to us, it's kind of like, we got to be
No,
able to take
because
it too. Now, this
that's
wasn't necessary. This was just disrespectful. So this wasn't
right.
necessarily a comedy skit. This was disrespectful. I want to keep us back on track.
Yeah.
no, it
No,
was disrespectful.
it would, but I think it was along the lines of some politics stuff, not necessarily some racist white stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
But you
again,
see somebody like Michelle Obama who has had an honorable position like she did, like you said.
right?
Should we not be checking this man? Like, nah, she should be one of
No,
those
I
people that are
don't.
off limits.
No,
Like,
no, I don't
talk
think.
about
No,
her.
I don't. I mean, me personally, I don't really
What is
think
checking? You
nobody is
tweet
off
them?
limits,
Like
though.
I don't
I
understand
don't really
what
think
like.
nobody off limits, though.
So you
I
don't
don't believe in that
think
off
Obama
limits type
is
of
off
thing.
limits.
I don't believe public figures are off limits.
And check
Public
and
figures are
say, is
not.
hey, you checking him? Send send his ass a DM, Brad. We don't do that over here. Don't talk about Michelle Obama. Um,
What is that going to do, though?
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know.
Like
You know, I'm just
it
saying.
don't. Yeah, it's
It will
no.
satisfy your. Would it satisfy you? No, honestly. Like, do you think that would satisfy
I
you?
just think if a more black men, and no disrespect, stepped up, and I get it when you say, "Oh, black women don't defend y'all," but stepped up in black women's defenses, then a lot of these other
Not that they
races
don't
would not.
defend us. They don't appreciate. They don't even appreciate us.
Yeah, well,
Not defend us. We're not looking for y'all to defend us. I'm saying y'all are black men that look at black women and they hear how useless and worthless you view us if we don't have certain things. We're nothing. This is why I always tell men. Watch this. When women say, but he ain't got no money. Right? Like they almost look at it like, well, I'm supposed to date him, but he ain't got no money. I don't want to settle. What that always conveys is what I tell men. I say, you see, she doesn't know. She doesn't see any other value in a man outside of the money. This is why she's so confused by that. This is why she's stuck. This is why she's saying, I can't be with you. You don't have no money. Because obviously, in her mind, if men don't have money, they have nothing else to offer.
that's
Like nothing
crazy.
else to offer. That's what they're telling you. You
That
get what I'm
is
saying?
though.
Epe,
That is.
Epe, I have because you. I don't want to say. I'm trying to word this where it doesn't sound like you're pointing because you say women. Oh, women, money, 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 but then you
Our
have women
women.
that are raised by dads that princess treatment their whole life, so they grow
Yeah, for
up
sure.
with
For
that
sure.
mindset that that's what is
Yeah,
a
and that
man's
was the
role.
fault of that's the so that's still the woman that's doing it. But yes, no, who taught it is now somebody different. You're talking about the father taught her that bad way of
Yeah,
looking at things.
she grew up as a princess. Daddy got her
Right,
everything
yeah, yeah,
she
yeah,
wanted,
yeah. She
and
gotta keep she got but that's a different story. Usually, I mean, and it's the same thing, but usually you find out because they'll say, well, my dad told me this and my dad told me that. And you be like, oh, okay, well, you need to go date your dad.
Right.
Seriously. I
but
wouldn't deal with those women either.
do those fathers now not need to be held accountable
I
for?
shall 100%. If you remember a while ago, I said one thing that I do in my friend group is I talk to my friends about how we raise our daughters and how are we preparing our daughters to be good wives to men and
Okay,
not just independent of men. I do
okay.
agree with you. I do believe there is a lot of men that raise their daughters to not need a man, and I disagree with that. See what I'm saying?
And
I'm
then
against that.
you have the dads that raise them to be solely reliable on them because daddy
On
gave them
dad,
everything.
right? Which is
Yes,
also bad. Which is also bad. I agree with that.
okay, but
They should be
they
condemned as
shoulder
well.
some of that response because there's a drill. I was
100%. I don't think that's a lot, but yes, nonetheless, yes, they are equally as wrong. 100%.
Rashad, we're talking about this disrespectful UFC fighter that called Michelle Obama a man.
What,
Politics, right?
what you want me to say about it? I mean, here's the thing: they are going to continue to push the envelope because we don't do shit.
That's
That's
what
the
I
bottom
heard
line.
today.
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal: Michelle Obama she is the pinnacle of black women, in our community. She has supported her man, uh, and she put her career to the side. She still took care of the daughters. She got a smart mouth, but she never got disrespectful, in front of them, and all this other stuff. And she's the top tier, and we just keep letting these folks just do whatever the fuck they want to do, and we don't do nothing about it. So it's like, why do we get mad and run to social media? That's my question. It's like that's all we do.
Well,
We talk about it.
I think that is some people.
Well,
Again, I guess
my question is,
my view is
what is there to do? Like,
right.
what is there to do? Like, if there was a black dude there, should he have like jumped over the gate and fought dude? Or like, I don't like it. Like, sometimes you can't do anything about stuff. Like right now, if I said something disrespectful about Rashard, and then I jumped off the line. It's like you can't do nothing about it. I just said something disrespectful and hung up. Like you can DM me but it's not like some stuff you can't necessarily do about it because he said the comment, stepped away from the mic quick and put his hands up, and then it was over. So it's like,
It'd have been
what
one
can
thing if it was
anybody do?
right. It'd have been one thing if it was he was being interviewed like on a podcast or something, and
By a black dude or
a
something,
black dude
you know what
was like,
I'm saying?
let's be, But I also don't. Again, I think fundamentally, I don't think public figures are kind of off limits, no matter the race. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. But protection at what is protection? How do you protect somebody from somebody saying something out of their mouth? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's very, very simple. Very simple, right? The one thing that we continue to forget about is the fact that you don't necessarily have to get physically violent to be able to make a point, right? And
right.
I, with the UFC, and I know, there are not many of us as a whole that watch it, but
Yeah.
Right.
when you have that big of a platform and you have, fair enough. Watch this. If some shit like that would have happened to on BET, or if it would
Exactly.
have happened at the fucking Source Awards, we wouldn't be asking these same damn questions because we would have jumped all over that shit and we would
Exactly.
have known exactly what to do. We would have had all the fucking hood rats unite together and go and try to get somebody fired and all of this other shit. The shit that we do when black people are the culprit, that's the same shit that I want us to do when the white people are the culprit.
Yeah, but I think that we don't have power in those spaces, bro.
Yeah,
You just said it. You just said it. He's appealing to his base, and if the base is majority, maybe conservative Republicans that watch, or I mean, not even just conservative, but just Republicans that watch UFC, we can't affect a community, a group of people that is not backed financially by us. They don't need it. They can say whatever they want. The UFC ratings ain't going down. UFC
so
ratings is not going down. They're going because we're not the ones watching it.
so at the end of the day, that's just like the Target boycott, right?
Yeah.
There are enough people that are watching the UFC to where if we took a public stance, they would have to listen, right? The
Yeah, but
reason
I
they would
don't.
have to listen, no, the reason why they would have to listen is because the sponsors of the USC,
Yeah, yeah,
we are their target demographic.
sure.
So maybe not
You think that
specifically.
was worthy though? You think that was? You think this is protest worthy?
No, but understand my point. I said we don't say shit about anything, not just this.
Oh,
I'm
just
just
yeah.
saying everything that led up to this. We
So
haven't
look,
done anything about. I got to be honest, right? The Target boycott kind of caught me off guard. I did not think that we were going to be serious enough to actually do what we said that we were going to do.
Yeah.
But once again, after time passed, we got over it.
Yeah.
And we didn't understand that that should have been a catalyst that should have kept motivating us to do more, go further. But we have a very, very short attention span. And that is our biggest challenge. We always justify why we don't continue doing what we're supposed to do. You'll find a nigga in a heartbeat to talk about, yeah, well, what we going to do? Say that shit all the time. And it's like, as long as we keep saying that shit, yes, there's going to be nothing that we're going to benefit from. So until we realize that we're going to have to put some effort into it, niggas don't want to put effort. Niggas don't want to be inconvenienced. Niggas don't want to sacrifice. I got it. But as long as we don't want to be
Yeah,
inconvenienced, then this is where we stay. So that is
yeah.
my frustration, 100%. Because I'm a
Agree.
nigga that rallies people, but it's hard to rally people when the attention span is that short.
Yeah.
So do you
My
Mhm.
think that we responded correctly or thorough enough when a couple months ago when Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo was on stage and that dude with Tourette's yelled out nigger or whatever? Do you think that the response to that was sufficient, or do you think we should have went harder?
But to be honest with you, it was not large enough. It wasn't enough people upset. We saw a couple of posts about it, but shit. Then the week went by and it was over. And then you got, black comics making jokes about it. And it's just like, we don't stay mad. We don't stay mad.
But do you think that that's kind of the nature in the world of social media and short attention spans? You don't think that's kind of the nature of everything? Like everything kind of it comes, it's a big deal for a couple of days, and then we move on to the next headline.
I,
Mm.
I 100% think that that is the nature of society. But here's the issue. We are suffering more than anybody else. So we can't take the same route that they take.
I can't tell.
You
I
can't
can't
tell them we
tell.
suffering more.
No, because every time I talk to a girl, you gotta make 100K. So they must don't they
Right,
must
But
don't
once
know we
again,
suffering.
right.
that
They
that
must
is
don't know we suffering because
that
they definitely don't think we suffering. They think
that
we all
is
rich.
once again that's a systemic issue. That's an effect. There are causes and there are effects. Why are black people so polarized? Well, we're so polarized because it was intentionally done to separate us.
yeah.
These are just
Yeah,
the
I agree.
ramifications, right? So I mean, here's the thing. Yeah, yeah, they still ask for all this, and ask for all that. Well, at the end of the day, we are all suffering to a degree. And what we are attempting to do is to find the path to least resistance to get us out of our suffering the fastest. We know that um, in order for us to truly overcome, we got to sacrifice more and more. Well, shit, we sacrifice more than everybody else. So I understand why everybody is not willing to sacrifice more. I
I don't
get it.
really think we
Oh,
sacrifice nothing. I just think we have little. I
you
don't think
said
we
it.
sacrifice. I don't really think we sacrifice anything. I think we just don't have much.
Well, once again, yeah, if we don't have much, then yes, that means that there's a lot out there that we don't have access to.
So
So when I say sacrificing, what I'm saying is that we are not as free as the rest of the world. And
Yeah.
yeah,
so
I agree.
freedom is a sacrifice for us. We don't have it. We're
Yeah, I
not
agree.
willingly sacrificing it. Shit. But
Yeah.
it is a sacrifice. When you talk about Carmelo Anthony and how his ass got railroaded over there, I know you got a whole different perspective, but at the end of the day, there's more that's going to be
I
coming
have
out
a
when we
different
appeal to.
perspective. I don't have a different. I think I can agree that he got railroad. I never said that he should have got life or
What you
35
No,
think he
no,
years.
no,
should have
no,
got?
no. But at
But
the end,
railroad
you
mean
gotta,
I believe that railroad to me means that he, that my position is his sentencing was like just. I don't think his sentencing was just. I think that he was wrong in certain things that he did, but I don't think he should have got 35 years.
What
You
you
know what
sure.
I'm
think he should
saying?
have got?
I mean, somebody died, maybe five,
Mm.
five or less. Somebody died, so it's kind of different when people die.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Mama said, I saw a comment. A black woman said she heard it so many times about Michelle Obama being a man. She started to believe it herself, shaking my damn head.
yeah, yeah.
Chef said,
And
my partner
No,
calls
a
me
lot
saying
of people do believe that.
that she's a man. Why would you think
Yeah,
that?
yeah. That
Because
that's been
people
a
are
narrative for
stupid.
like
Because
years.
people are
Like that's
stupid.
not new.
People thought that Jamie Foxx had. People thought that Jamie Foxx had a legit clone, y'all. Like,
Yeah.
let's not act like
Yeah,
people don't. People really thought that was a clone.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Like, come on, man. People are
But
stupid. That's why.
Rashad, I think
I
that
know
brings
somebody that thinks
what
she
I was
a
saying to
man.
FA and Clean is I feel like, these races of men continue to disrespect us because, like you said, it goes unchecked.
I just think that that's
Well,
not the
but
reason.
look, what
I
about the
don't think that's
dudes?
the reason.
What about the dudes that did crash out and check it, and now they 6 feet under the ground? Like
Yeah.
there, you know what I'm saying? There's people like that have really risked their life to protect women that they don't even know, women that wouldn't even talk to them if they tried to holler at her at a bar.
Yeah.
Like I think sometimes we like men, we're gonna protect our mothers, our sisters, our wives, but just some random chick that some dude cussed out somewhere. I'm not about that dude might
But
got a
we're
gun
not
on him.
talking, Clean
You
Clean.
No,
know what
that
I'm
We're
time,
saying?
man. Yeah, that
we're
time,
not talking,
especially.
Clean Clean, about a random chick. We're talking about the former First Lady of the United States of
Well, I
America.
mean,
She a
but what I'm
random
saying
chick to
is
me.
there are people that have a problem with it, but like I said, like it's nothing you can do. Like it's not like he said that shit in
No,
front
I
of
thought you were applying Obama. I'm saying if Obama was outside at a bar, she
Yeah.
would be. I wouldn't, because she was the former first lady. That would not make me elevate me wanting to risk my life for her. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? She would be no different from any other woman. You know what I'm saying?
But what
My
happened to the
responsibility go to my wife first.
but what
yeah,
happened to
like
it takes what
I
happened
got
to
a
it takes a
son. You
village
know what I'm
though.
And
saying?
guess what? My mother, and this is the problem because so many of our women are baby mothers. I mean, like they're unwed. No, I'm being honest, they're unwed. So now they confused. My primary responsibility is to protect my wife. Let me tell you this. My wife will tell you, she would be very upset if I went out there and got my eyes gouged out, or I got stabbed, or I lost a leg in protection of some random black woman
But
that I don't know.
Rashad just gave you an example of protection because I think y'all are missing. Y'all are putting protection as we want you to go out and beat and cuss this person out.
Right.
He just said you, and to me, I've been saying this. You got
I
to
don't
get in
think that
these,
that's a black man thing. I think that's like a black people thing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
but
saying?
you have to
Like what
get these
Rashad
people.
just said is more for all genders, not just black men. You
yeah.
specify what can black men do. You were saying, you know what I mean? You said you feel like so we were saying, well, if we specifically saying black men, then we're saying that we don't think as much we can do on a we can't control what people say out their mouth. You know
No,
what the
but
only you
Rashad brought up
know
some good points. Fa, there is something that you can do, and I've been saying this. We control the dollar. Black people control the dollar.
yeah,
Don't
but we
let these
can't tell
people.
our women what to do. This
No,
is
no,
what I
no, no,
say.
no. Hold
No,
on, Fa. Let me
listen.
finish what
If
I'm
I could,
saying. Hold
go
on,
ahead.
Fa. Let me finish what I'm saying.
My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. We control the dollar, which means black people control this economy. If you boycott or stop watching the UFC and bring down that would hurt their numbers, right?
We don't really watch it enough, for sure. I understand the
No,
concept.
it's enough of us. It's
I
enough
don't
of
think
us.
so. I don't think so. But I don't know nobody that watches the UFC. I mean, not one person.
That's fair
I'm not
enough. I
saying
mean,
that I'm not that I'm relevant in that sense, but what I'm saying is I literally don't think black people watch UFC like that. I think they watch the highlights on YouTube or something, but they don't actually buy the fights and stuff like that. That's like saying black people don't really watch NASCAR either. Black people don't really watch hockey either. It's just not our sport. Yeah, maybe some, but not in any significant numbers. You know what I'm saying? And we
so
and
once again,
and we can't control. Just the last point about the money part. Remember, I always go harken back to a man being in a leadership role and having authority over his house, because if a woman don't have a man, he can't. That man can't tell her what to do with her money. I can't control women. I can only control the women I'm with. Meaning I can exert certain levels of authority. When we have so many women that are like free to do whatever they want, then we can't implement certain things because we don't have the authority to tell them and kind of control their actions. We're saying we can't say random black women don't go do this, don't go. If black men try to implement a plan, it would be received from their husband. How about that? A lot better than a random guy on the internet.
yeah,
That's all I'm saying. And your husband has authority, meaning like he can be like, "We're not doing this." You see what I'm saying? Like he can
yeah, but
actually do that. We're not doing it.
I
Don't
mean,
think
but
about it.
Martin and Malcolm, and no, not to go back to that, but
Yeah, but
Malcolm
black
has led
women, man.
masses
Yeah,
of.
yeah. But black women actually value black men at that time. Like, see, being 5'8" or being 5'7" and not making a lot of money, you still were viewed as a good man then. I'm just saying, you
Yeah,
were still viewed as a good man then. You know, we're not.
that's a fact.
You're not those at that time. They still these were your uncles. You see what I'm saying? These were your great grandfathers. These men didn't make a lot of money. They weren't always super tall. They weren't great in bed. You see what I'm saying? They weren't all of these things. So I'm just telling you, you can't compare that era because those women actually value black men. And men,
Oh
women don't. Our women don't
man.
value us today. If you don't have the essentials, if you don't got no money, man, you worthless.
Pecan Brown said she has that mentality that was instilled by her father, what we were talking about earlier. Pecan Brown said it's the sponsorship. Yes, that's the part that you're
No, I
trying to
agree
go
with you. I
after.
agree with that. Yeah, I agree with
Yeah,
that
that's
part.
the part that we
That's the
have so
root of
much more
all
power than
boycotts, though.
what'd you say?
That is the root of all boycotts, though. Like you always affect the sponsorship because the
Yeah.
sponsorship is always where all the money comes from.
Right. So that's what I think Rashad, to go off what he was saying, there is something that we can do. We can get in their pockets. That's the answer to all of this.
No,
Get
I was
in
just
these
saying I
people's
don't think it was
pockets.
that serious. I agree. I just don't think this particular incident was that serious. I
Well,
just don't.
what will ever be serious to you that will make
No,
you
I
want
mean there's
to?
some things that
Just because
happen
she
that
called
are
him
like
a man,
real.
right? Come on,
Yeah,
that ain't
yeah,
that
there's some
serious.
things that have happened that are real serious.
This
This
is
is
very
just
child's play, y'all. This is elementary school.
yeah, like
Okay,
I mean it
but
wasn't right. Let me ask y'all a question. Do you think that old boy uh, burning that cross last week? Do you think that was worth us doing much more than we've done?
burning across where? Did it hurt anybody? And where did
Did
it
it, I
happen?
don't know
At?
what happened. No, it was just he set it up. It was I can't remember where it was. It was in an open area in Chicago. It was in Chicago, and he put it up next to a tree. Do you
Yeah, I
think
don't
that was
think.
worth us
Nah,
being
I don't think
but
that's
I'm
that
saying
big
outrageous?
of a deal.
Said no. Who was
I don't
it?
think that's
Like
that big of a deal. And the
I
only
need
is,
more
I think is,
context.
meaning, I guess, how about this? The way I measure if something is a bigger deal is how much it affects us. Him burning the cross don't do anything
But you know what
to
that
us.
leads to. But you know what
Shooting
that
up the
leads to.
school, shooting
Well,
up schools will be something to me, meaning like actually hurting people. But him burning the cross in the backyard somewhere in some distant area, we don't know. I don't care about that, man.
so here's the thing. The one thing we have to understand is that
I would just as I
we
would. How about this? I want to be
Hey, Hillary.
outraged about how they forget burning the cross, how the LGBTQ community reenacted the Last Supper at the last Olympics. That was something I wish we would have been outraged about.
okay.
Honestly,
That's fine. I mean, because I didn't like that as well, right?
okay.
But the way that I look at it,
Hey, Hillary, Miss
if
Linda.
we continue to go down the path of doing more of what it was that both of those two separate incidents reflected,
Hmm.
which one is going to bring which one is going to bring harm to me? If you have people that are out there that are living their life, trying to be accepted, doing some things that I may not agree with, but they're just trying to live and be free. Or if you have someone that is putting up symbols of hate that have historic implications that they want to go back and try to continue to do as well. Which
Right.
one of those would like I said, which one of those would actually impact you?
The first one
The
more.
first one? Why would that
Yeah.
impact you?
Because this is going to sound really aggressive. You might be proud of me, but I actually think as I'm getting older, I'm starting to think that this country, the average white person, ain't as racist as I thought. I think that they are misinformed. Don't get me wrong. When I say racist, I'm thinking about like evil. Not necessarily do they think that they're better than us. Listen, I grew up my whole life in the black community. Do you know the ridicule we used to get if we lost to a white basketball team? Like
Hmm.
oh my God. You know what I'm saying? That was so I don't necessarily have an issue with certain things being proud of your own race, no matter your race. You see what I'm saying? I'm just starting to see like I don't see as much evil, you know what I mean, as it used to be. I don't think the average person is like that no more. I think it was obviously a lot more common at one point, but I don't think it's as come on, Didi, you can't act like you cannot believe that it is and if it, and I can't measure something I don't see either. I can't tell you how they feel in the inside either.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can only kind of measure what I can see. You know what I'm saying? And how you know, how they at least present themselves to me. You see what I'm saying? I live in DC. I see a lot of white people running across the street when I'm on the sidewalk. I just don't see that like that no more. They actually bold
Um,
now.
yeah, I don't agree because I see what's going on in the world,
Okay.
especially here in the South, with them
Yeah.
taking our vote, trying to take our voter rights here in the South, with these new lines and restrictions that they're trying to map out. So I still,
Like Killer
I
ID.
guess because I'm deeper in the South. I'm in Georgia.
Yeah.
Atlanta, no, because Atlanta is Black Fest. But if you
Right.
go outside of Atlanta, then you
Mm,
feel it more.
mm.
I went to Tennessee. I have never wanted to come back to Georgia in my life so
More in my
bad.
life. Hmm.
Oh my God. I felt so uncomfortable even getting on the elevator and they're looking at you like, what are you doing here? Like
Let me give
staring
you.
at you. So,
Let me give all the people in the chat an example. You see how I can acknowledge DD's real life world experience because I am more in an isolated area where it may not be as prevalent here. You see what I'm saying? And I can acknowledge that you're in the South and you may be seeing or enduring different things more often than I do. You see how it don't have to just be what I see.
yeah,
It can
yeah,
be like, oh no, I okay, I see that, DD. Maybe I stand corrected because you're right. I'm in a modern big city. It's not like it's not as much of that going on
yeah, yeah, yeah.
here. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
not trying to, yeah. And
Nobody
Pecan
burning
Brown and
crosses here.
Alabama too. They're in all these southern states. They're trying to redistrict these maps now, so our
Rezone them.
voters' rights are at risk. Pecan Brown said they're more comfortable expressing it here, absolutely. And it seems
Okay.
like since this man has gotten back into office, it's like very loud, like us. I know
Yeah.
we loud, FA. I get that.
Yeah.
We are both men and women. We are loud, but we are loud with one another, and that's fine with me if we're loud with one another. I don't like it when other races of people insert themselves in our business and be loud about our
Yeah.
business.
So DD, I agree with you. And I
Yeah.
actually feel the same way. I don't like it. I guess I am that's how I feel in the inside. I guess what I have to practically say is it don't really matter because that I feel this way. Because if that's what if they're seeing something differently, then humans are going to do and do what they want to do, mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like it. No, you're right. I don't like it. I'd rather we be able to critique ourselves within ourselves.
Yes,
That's true. I agree with that. And in certain instances, it's like the sister rule. My older brother used to tell me your sister never wrong in public.
absolutely. You
So
defend
I
her.
agree with
Right,
that.
right.
Stand on code amongst black people. I agree with that. What I'm saying is that is how it should be. I'm just trying to give you examples of why I think it's not like that anymore. I really think black men are starting to be like, you know what? I think we might have to be done with them because they don't like us. Meaning like they don't see us having any value outside of buying something for them. See what I'm saying? That's why I
Yeah,
gave that example of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Yeah, a plumber or a nigga that drove a bus or a nigga that worked at the corner store or didn't make a lot of money or was still viewed as a man then. We ain't
yeah.
viewed as men
Those
like
were
that now.
those were
We
good jobs. Shoot.
but we're considered worthless now if we
You
make
talking
average
about
money.
blue collar workers?
No, I'm talking about you missing it. I'm talking about the average woman looked at a man who made average money or even low money as still as a man. Our women don't look at average men as men at all. If you're not making a lot of money, they don't even view you as worth anything, honestly. So
Yeah.
I think
Well,
that that is a major disconnect and why you see maybe you starting to see maybe the lack of defense. Men are starting to step back. You see what I'm like? That's my opinion. I don't know if that to be a
But you
fact.
know what, FA, it may be that way, but I promise you, if anything ever happened, anything ever broke out, I promise you, black women would be 10 toes down, ready by y'all sides to
I
go to
believe that.
war.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I do believe that. Well, not in anything, but I do believe in a lot of instances. If it came to racial implications, I
Yeah.
believe that they would be with us, not necessarily within us, though. Like issues within us, no, I don't think they
What
ride
do you
for
mean
us.
within us? What does that mean?
Meaning like issues that we have within each other, like
Okay.
black women and black men. No, they. But if it was like an outside race, yes, I believe that they would have our back. You know what I mean? For
Absolutely.
sure.
I think so. I think
Yeah,
we
yeah.
would be
I
10
agree with
toes
that.
down. But FA, could we say the same thing about y'all? If the shoe was
Think
on the
that
other
I
foot.
think that yeah, I mean I think we've seen it. We have women like Sandra Bland. I
Okay.
also think men and women are different too. Like women are more men are not I mean we express our support differently.
Okay.
You know, men tend to be ready to do physical harm. We're like soldiers. We're
Right.
not protesters. You see what I'm saying? Women usually protest. Men usually
Protest,
ready to
boycotting. Yeah.
fight. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Men are more prone to soldier. You know what I'm saying? So it may not always look the same. That's all I'm trying to say.
No, I get what you're saying, but I just wanted to say that because yeah, I believe my sisters would be ready to go to war with y'all.
I agree
And
with that. I agree
you know,
with that.
even though we do a lot of internal fighting amongst one another, I just wish it was somebody that would, hey, we not y'all not talking about our sisters. We can
Well,
talk
believe it
about
or
our
not,
sisters
but
like
believe
that.
I want to make this clear though. Do you know I do that though? I want to make
What?
that clear because I tend to give my opinion on things, but I don't always do that. I don't. That's not always what I actually. That's that always. That doesn't always mean that I am not doing certain things in real life. In
Okay.
real life, if I was at a bar, I seen a white man yelling and screaming at a black woman, I would definitely say something.
Okay.
It wouldn't even be a second thought. It would be like immediate. That doesn't, I don't want the listeners to believe because I also am critical of us. That doesn't mean that in real life, when I do see certain things, that I am not in defense of us. You know what I'm saying? I am always in defense of my black women, 100%.
And
Like,
that's, I
and
think, the part that I'm like, okay, yeah, we could be critical with one another, but how
yeah,
dare it? Like you said, it's like
yeah,
your brother or your sister. You go
yeah,
out the house, your mama tell you, you better not let anybody say
yeah, yeah,
nothing,
yeah, yeah.
nothing to your. I don't care what they did, and that was
Right,
always my mentality because I was the oldest, so I defended anybody messing with my brothers. Who did it? Oh, we're going to see
right.
about them. And the reason why I brought this up too because I was on a trip with my little brother and we were debating and he actually, and I brought this up before, he actually said that no other race respects us.
They
Race of
don't.
men respect.
They
Why?
don't. And because we really have a, I'm be honest with you, we don't really give much to respect anymore. We're not a classy race anymore. We're not. All we do, all our women dress half naked. They promote promiscuity. They promote single motherhood. You ain't got to get married, just have a baby. You got 40-year-old women talking about I'll freeze my eggs. I'll just have a baby by myself. Like they don't. There's no promotion of family. Then you have now. I'm going to the men. Then you got men. We just degrade our women all the time in rap lyrics, and we are overly promiscuous as well. To be honest, but the only reason why I don't bring that up because all men are promiscuous. That across all races. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
But
yes. Because
but yeah,
black men
yeah,
is the only one out here
we
cheating.
walk around with our pants hanging all the way down off our butt. At least the youth do. You see what I'm saying? And so the black
And why do y'all
community,
walk around with them hoodies on in the heat? It's 90
those are the
something
youngest.
degrees
Yo,
That's the
I'm
younger
outside.
literally at
generation.
the I'm literally at
That's
the
the YNs. That's the YNs.
285 entrance, and the water boy dudes is out here with their hoodies on, looking at me like they want to fight me because I said I don't want one.
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
90
man.
something
Yeah,
degrees in Georgia. That don't even
yeah.
include the humidity. Anyway, I never understood that. You brought up some very good points though. Um, for both sides, females
Yeah.
and when it comes to males
We
on.
don't exuberate. Listen, black people used to exuberate class and excellence. Excellence.
Mhm.
We really did. In the 50s and before, that's why I said slavery ain't do nothing to affect us. It never affected our ability to have class,
Mhm.
carry ourselves with, and have excellence. We used to do extremely well in school at academics.
Mhm.
Black people used to shine in academics. You see what I'm saying? Is when we focused on you're gonna learn, you're gonna read, you're gonna do whatever
Yeah.
you gotta do. You see what I'm saying? And black businesses was exceptional at one point. We don't even take pride. We just as a people now we don't take pride. Why are we always considered the worst customer service across the nation?
Oh, you
Why is
ain't
Man,
that?
lying though, and you ain't
Why?
lying.
Why do we
what you
overcharge for
what you think
everything?
was the catalyst? When do you think we made the turn?
Single motherhood. I'm telling you, I
Oh
think
yeah.
baby mama culture. Y'all think I'm picking. I'm telling you, I have done, to me, I've done enough unbiased research. And I believe that was the turning point. Meaning, religiously too, one of the signs that God will tell you a failing nation is if you have women leading it, meaning the displacement of the natural order of things, man over women. When you got women telling men what to do on large scales, it's going to be dysfunction. One, because you got men not knowing how to operate in that space
Yeah.
totally, right? And then you got women that, yeah, you may have some that can do the job. Then you have a lot of women, what you call very reactional. See what I'm saying? Meaning
Emotional.
emotional.
Mm.
Yeah, they may see something, they may react. They don't always think it through. How it makes them feel will determine a lot of times what they do. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, oh, absolutely, baby mom. When the explosion of the women loving government over men, meaning like child support and welfare and public assistance over. It was black people struggled together. Black
But
people
do
were
you
poor
think
together,
it was
all
a?
in one
Do
house.
you think that was a love thing or a survival thing? Because
No,
for the
no, no. It was
welfare
a
thing,
promote. No, it was. I think it was a mixture. I definitely think it was black men really failed at one time period in life around the 70s, especially when the pimp and the explosion of alcohol, and right after the Vietnam War, a lot of us got on heavy drugs because
yes,
of
the '70s
what do you
was,
call it?
yeah, a
It was
wild
a
era.
rough,
Yeah.
exploitive time for the men. So
Yeah.
the men definitely were out here having children, not taking care of them, you know what I mean, doing different stuff. But they were also not making excuses for them, but they weren't always having afforded to be able to get certain jobs to be able to feel like a man. A
Mhm.
lot of times when a man can't provide, they tend to feel less than and they turn to drugs and all that stuff. And it's still no excuse, but I am saying men are a part of the reason why that there was an explosion of baby mother culture. But then I think after that, there's no reason why it should be baby mother culture today.
I got you.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
feel like that was then and this is
It was
now.
external reasons then. It was
But you got to
racist
remember
policies
what
going on then to
what
make that happen.
took that time is going to take time to reverse it.
Yeah, but DD, I'm talking to grown-ups now in 2026, and they're over there really advocating for that it's okay to be a single mother.
I would
Like
never, not in
today.
20. I would not.
No, but
You
they
you got to
say
think
it
about
now.
you got to think
Like when
about
I say
diapers
baby
price.
mother cultures, yeah, but
Yeah.
how about this? You need a nuclear family to raise a good
Yes.
child. About that for the next generation.
But let me ask you this. Let me ask this because Didi, you said that had been somebody outside our race that has said something about black men. You feel like black women would be 10 toes down. What?
No, I feel like if we
Why?
were to go to war today, if anything happened and we had to stand on the front line with
Yeah,
y'all,
that's what she said.
absolutely.
She
I
said we went to
absolutely think.
war. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
She
With
said we
going to
won a
war?
absolutely.
war.
Now,
But let me
would
ask you
they
this.
defend you? I can't speak for all black women because there are some that would probably not defend you.
Oh, don't tell me you
So,
can't speak for black women. You
but
just
let me
spoke for
ask
black
you
women a
this
second
though.
ago.
I said I can't speak for all black women. That's what I said. I won't
You
speak for
s-
all black women.
Let me
I will
ask you this
speak for the
though.
ones.
Why? Do you think
Because
that
there
the
are some black
reason?
women that think y'all ain't shit and no good. I'm keep it 100. They do. They
So,
do.
do you think the reason? Do you think the reason that black women they won't go 10 toes down on fighting against the issues that FA just said affect us internally is because it benefits them, and so it's almost like why would you protest against something that benefits you?
No, I
Meaning,
just think that that's something that has been instilled in them for since FA said. So now it's like a generational thing that we have to undo, but it's
Yeah.
going to take it's going to take some time to undo that process. Just
Yeah,
like
but
it
we
was
don't, but I don't
created.
think it's going to stop
I
because
don't
black
either.
women don't listen to us.
I don't
They
either.
don't
That's so
listen to
funny.
black men.
That's so funny because I saw a girl. She was like, "Women do not listen to men," and
They
my boyfriend
don't.
be like, "You don't listen." Mama said, "Let's be honest. Black men are the quickest to walk away from their kids." P. Count Brown said, "We have to show that togetherness in our families before it can be extended to the black community. We got to get that back." She
It
ain't
was
lying.
a time, Mom, it was a time where black men walked away from their kids. Not today. Niggas think black men are the most involved in their kids' life. There's many studies that came out that black men are more involved in any other race today.
Black women.
Not your era, our era. My man is driving right now with his son in his backseat. I got
Yeah,
all my
we went
children
to
in
the
my house
yeah.
now. You see what I'm saying?
Seven.
All my children.
yeah,
So black men are more involved in their children's life than any other race today. Your era, like your daddy, no, not being funny, yeah, in the 60s and the
Yeah,
70s
this yeah they
and the
did, but
80s, no, they
yeah.
weren't around as much, but not today. No, not today. That's not true today. We are present today. We're present today.
Well, these are my because what we're gonna do some final thoughts, and you guys can drop your final thoughts. My final thoughts is and these are always interesting conversations, and I always do learn a lot. I do sometimes listen ever, not all the time. I can admit that. Okay, I will take accountability. I listen sometimes, not all the time, because boyfriend will tell you he was like, "You don't listen." I be like, "I'm listening." Anyway, I just really want us, like P. Camp Brown said, we have to get it together internally before we can get it together externally, if that makes sense. We have to be willing as a race not to let these folks dictate and talk down to us, because I feel like we do that already enough. And it's one thing for us to criticize. I'm not opposed to that and holding, I won't even say criticize. I want to say hold each other accountable. It's one thing for us to hold each other accountable, but it's another thing, and I'd be damned if somebody who is not one of us is trying to check us and say, "What you not." So
I think that we will never be able to even get the ball rolling because the first step that has to happen is black women have to be willing to listen to black men. And until that first step, I believe that that is the first step. I think that's why we haven't made any progression because we can't get past the first step. I'm just being honest. That's what I believe. So
Efa,
I
you
hope
and you
I would
want an
love to.
honest answer. I do believe women do want y'all to lead. I think they're just worried about some of the leadership when it comes to some of y'all, because some of you are not good leaders.
100%. And
Yeah,
I agree with that. And I know I always tell people it is some areas that is difficult being a woman, being able
yeah.
to like allow that level of trust and vulnerability. I get it. But the point is, you got to start, baby, at some point. I get it. Yes, there are some men. How about this? Stop having babies with them. You see what I'm saying? Stop opening your legs to men that are not worthy. I never understood the mentality that they'll have a baby with a man that's not worthy, but they don't want to listen and marry a man that's worthy. Like you see the disconnect? You'll have a kid with a worthless nigga who not going to then instill nothing in y'all child because he
Yeah.
worthless. But yeah, it's just stupid. That's why I say just stop thinking. Let us think for y'all. Let me tell you what to do. I got you.
Queen, you got final thoughts? I know you over there busy on daddy duties.
yeah, yeah. I know, right? On the way to soccer training. So I say,
Hey, El Football,
yeah.
Fever World Fever.
Oh yeah, he a future World Cupper for sure.
Let's go! Can't wait to
But
see him on the big screen.
yeah, oh yeah, it's gonna be. crazy. I'm gonna, when I'm gonna get a mansion out in Spain when it happens too.
Hey. Okay.
But,
Uh.
no, my final. I'm just saying, you know, I get the outrage, but yeah, yeah, don't eat that. But I get the outrage, but at the same time, I think that we gotta be more selective at what we outrage about so that our outrage can be taken more seriously. Because if we just bite at everything, it's gonna just go under the radar. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it like something like this. I don't think I say. Let's say he didn't say anything about Michelle. Let's say he said. Crooked Hillary, we know what was on that laptop, and we know
Nobody would
your
have probably said nothing, right?
nobody would have cared if he was like, we know your husband was on Epstein Island. Like, it wouldn't have been, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, yeah, let's chill on this one. Now, there's other real stuff happening that we gotta, band together
Right.
against.
Yeah. Mhm.
But this, I honestly just don't. And the way he did it and the platform he did it on, there's nothing that really can be done. He said it real quick, mic drop, walked away from the guy holding the mic. It was on TV in a sport that we don't even watch. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do? So, I think we just gotta be more selective, man. And like, when something real happen, let's jump on it, because otherwise we make people take us less serious when we just bite at anything. um
Selective outrage.
yeah, like you know what I'm saying, like. And I always say this, I'm gonna say it again. We need to care more about our internal issues than what outsiders are saying. We got some major fixing to do, and we got generations of fixing to do. Let me see 4 straight generations of our incarceration rate dropping 10% each generation. Let's see that
Mm.
first. Let's
Okay.
see, let's see 4, 5 straight generations of our nuclear family rate going up each year, not going down. Like, let's see that. Like, we got like we get so riled up over stuff like this. Meanwhile, our house is burning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's like dive more into that, man. These outsiders, man, this is some UFC dude. Like,
I don't even know who he is, and the
yeah, he's not even
audacity.
a popular fighter. He just, I mean, and they fighters, they fight black dudes, Mexican dudes, Brazilian dudes. Like, it don't matter, man. Like that's this to me, this is just not major like that. Like I was saying before, I actually know people that really do think she's a man, which is funny, but I really do. That's been a narrative for like 10 plus years. Like, that's just something it's been out there. I don't know what it is, but it's out there.
Stop with it. All black women don't look like men. Thank you.
No, that's about her.
No, I mean Serena
And
got the
I
man
don't
label too,
think
though.
no, I don't think she does personally. But I'm saying there are people who, like, the black girl, the black comedian Leslie something that was on
Yeah.
SNL. Like, a
Yeah.
lot of people think she a dude. You know what I'm saying? Like so I mean, some, just like some men give off a feminine look or vibe, there are some women that kind of look like dudes. Like, I mean, it's not a big deal. Like,
Is
we
it
know
just
you're
the
not.
black dude? Is it just the black women? Because I don't ever hear they.
No,
No.
no, it's some white lunch ladies that got mustaches.
Ah!
For real, really. Like, there's a lot of Russian women that look like manly. Like,
Masculine.
I
Yeah.
don't like. Yeah, I don't think that's what I'm saying. Like, we gotta chill, like, collective. This is not a major thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the Asian dude that was checking us last week might be and I don't even think that was major, but I think that was probably a little more major than this one.
Okay. All right, clean, clean. Well, I appreciate you always for hopping on. FA had to get off. He had a meeting. So we'll do this one tomorrow. I'm debating on this topic for tomorrow. Hey, Harlem Nights. A lawyer said, should parents be held accountable if their 13-year-old children get pregnant? Should the parents be held accountable? Should they go to jail? Look at your face. Look at your face. Tomorrow, clean. Tomorrow. That'll be a good one. All right, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Bye, Harlem Boo. Safe travels.
All right, peace.
Tomorrow. Bye, clean.